good evening, and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse here at Woodstock Academy as we have some Woodstock Academy volleyball for you on this Monday evening. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you on what has been a really nice day outside, a little bit of a warm day and a long day so far inside as the junior varsity contest did go to 3 sets with East Lyme winning. Woodstock Academy won the first 25-20. East Lyme rallied for a 28-26 win in the second set, and then 25-15 East Lyme in the third. So the Vikings walk away triumphant in the junior varsity contest. This one should be a goodie.
Oh, it should.
The Centaurs with a 6-1 record coming in. The East Lyme Vikings 4-2. Toss out the records between these two.
No, absolutely. And just watching the pregame for both teams, they were diving all over the floor, hustling, talking. This is going to be a heck of a competition.
Only one, if you will, common opponent as of this early in the season. That was Bacon Academy. East Lyme beat Bacon 3-0, and Woodstock Academy beat Bacon 3-1.
Like you said earlier, there's no transitive properties in high school athletics.
No,
one,
there isn't.
And two, throw out the records when the Vikings play the Centaurs.
Absolutely. East Lyme so far, 3-0 winners over Newtown, 3-2 winner over Waterford, 3-0 loss to Griswold. 3-0 win over Plainfield, 3-0 win over Bacon, 3-0 win over Fitch.
Now, you know and I know that occasionally you'll have injuries or you'll have illness, and you don't know how that affected this team. And Griswold can also put some pretty good athletes on the floor.
Griswold may be one of the teams to beat this year,
right,
just based on that and a couple of their other scores as well. Woodstock Academy, meanwhile, 3-0 winners over Ledyard, 3-2 winners over South Windsor, a 3-1 win over Bacon, as we mentioned, 3-1 over Ledyard again, 3-0 over Killingly earlier last Monday. Wednesday, they beat Coventry 3-2. They lost to NFA on Friday 3-2. Thus, the 6-1 start for Woodstock Academy. The nice thing with that being, you're only 2 wins away from the state tournament berth.
Right, and they're playing a lot of games, so the members of this team are getting to know each other. They're getting to see adversity and overcome.
No question about that. You know, and when you look at it, too, the 5-game sets, they've done it 3 times now. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go to five sets at all, but down the road, you know you're going to face it.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you're Coach Patone, I'm sure he's thinking, oh, we're pressing our luck. But this team's figuring out a way to get it done. And that's what you want in September, because it's going to pay off in October and November.
It certainly will. Had a chance to talk to the aforementioned Adam Patone, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. We'll be back with him when our pregame continues live from the Woodstock Academy Alumni Fieldhouse.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquet's, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquet's, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
This Monday, we kick off the week with a little volleyball for you. The East Lyme Vikings coming to town to take on the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Vikings 4-2, Centaurs 6-1 on the season. Adam Batone, head coach of Woodstock Academy, 6-1, 4-2. Throw the records out when you two meet, isn't it true?
Yeah, pretty much. You never know what's going to happen when these two teams meet. You know, I would say for the most part of my tenure, East Lyme has had our number. For some reason, they just always play well against us, or we tend to not play up to our potential against them. So it's always a challenge playing them. It's good that we're home. We got the support of the fans, so that'll definitely help. It's better than playing them away right now, so I'm optimistic.
Well, haven't you had enough away games, 4 in a row? Isn't it nice to be back home?
I'd rather do them all the way at the beginning of the season and be home at the second half of the season. But yeah, it is good to be home for sure. For sure.
Certainly 6-1, as we mentioned. That one loss coming Friday against NFA, a 3-2 hard-fought loss. But that's 2 3-2 matches in a row. Coventry on Wednesday as well. You getting anything from this?
Inconsistency in play. That's what I'm getting from it. Well, really what I'm getting from it is, again, when I look at the statistical information, we need to do a better job serving and passing. We had 24 service errors against NFA on Friday. That's point-wise, that's one set worth of points that we just handed to the other team. So that's a big part of the reason we lost. So just, again, every day in practice, every time we play, it's always an emphasis of we have to serve well and we have to pass well. And I think that's always going to be consistent until we can be more effective in those two areas of the game.
And, the other side about it is the youngsters have been stepping up, and you do have some strong players out there. Your hitters have been very effective. They
have been effective. Again, when you look at the stats, so I'm going to be, the
stats dude.
The coach here, our highest person hitting percentage is .183, which really isn't that high. Ideally we'd like to be 250 or above. So while we're getting the results from Morgan and Lily, Regan's been contributing a decent amount here as of late. It's still not good enough. While they're doing it and they're working hard at it, we just need to be a little more effective and a little more proficient. But if you look at us when we're in system, so when we get that good first initial pass out of receive and we get a really good dig, we tend to terminate. It's our inability to terminate when we're out of system. And that's just a matter of making smart decisions with how we're sending the ball over the net. And so limiting those errors is also really important. So I'm happy for the most part with what our hitters have been doing. We just need to be more proficient at not even necessarily terminating the ball, but keeping it in play when the opportunity doesn't present us to really take that true hard swing that we normally would want to take.
One thing that bothered you a little bit against NFA was Ellie Nunes did have a little bit of a thumb injury. What's her prognosis for today?
Yeah, so she actually injured that game, her hand in the Coventry game, and wanted to give her some rest against NFA. Ended up having to put her in, and then she retweaked it pretty early into the set that she went into. So she was off Saturday. She was off Sunday. She feels good. The trainer's confident she can go. I gave her one little idea on how to adjust when she's taking the ball with her hands, and so we'll see, if she ends up doing that. But she's been solid. When we had her at Coventry, she dug so many balls for us, and she's really starting to come into her own, which is awesome. So I think having that game off at NFA, I hope it didn't impact her negatively, but we really needed to rest her in order to get her in a good position physically to be here for the game today.
And finally, as far as these Lyme, what concerns you most? It's your first time you've seen them. Have you heard anything?
Yeah, Skylar Bell's a phenomenal libero. I knew that last year. She played club at Husky with a lot of the girls that, from here that played. So I know what she's capable of. I know she's their best player. We really got to try and be aware of keeping the ball away from her when we're hitting and serving. And I think if we can do that and put pressure on their other players to perform, I think, we'll be in a good position to come out with the win.
Adam Batone, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, will be back to start this one. East Lyme Woodstock Academy coming up.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The confident retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to Woodstock Academy, the Alumni Fieldhouse. Mark Allard, Greg Smith along with you on this Monday. Yeah, it's Monday Night Volleyball.
Monday. You betcha.
Monday Night Volleyball before Monday Night Football, which I guess, might be a good one. The Giants and the Cowboys. But not as good as yesterday, I have to admit, when the Green Bay Packers throttled the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
14-6 is a throttling?
No, 14-12.
Oh, yeah. They did score at the end.
And they almost tied the game.
Aaron Rodgers figured out what the Bucs were going to do and told the defensive coordinator and stopped it. So Aaron Rodgers is now Superman.
Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay Packers now 2-1, I think, on the season. So, hey, they're back. The Pack is back. I don't know what Adam Batone just did, but he just got a good old cheer from the crowd. He must have done some kind of dance over there.
Blackout crowd. I see Darth Vader over there, a bunch of ninjas. Oh, they are ready.
So now we go from the beach theme to the dark-out crowd?
Well, we had a whiteout last time we were here, beach theme this weekend at the football game, and now blackout.
Blackout time. Okay, so we're just kind of carrying through with the themes.
And there's nothing but dancing going on over here.
I know, this is interesting. You got Adam Batone just getting into the whole spirit of it all. What can we say? Homecoming week was last week.
Hey, it says WA on the back of our uniforms. Aren't we the Woodstock? So shouldn't it say TWA?
Yeah. Like
you and I are the only ones who
understand
that.
Trans World Airlines, in case you don't remember that, if you're not old enough to remember that, like certain people behind the microphones are, okay?
That's us.
They'll be doing the starting lineups from across the way, so we'll be kind of just passing them along to you as they come out and be introduced. East Lyme coming out in their, I guess you'd call that maroon.
That's maroon. I hate
and white.
I hate it.
No, there's a lot of maroon and white going on. Woodstock Academy in their navy blue with gold uniforms.
Beautiful, beautiful color combination.
Beautiful color combo, according to Greg Smith.
And I see a lot of 10 T-shirts.
Yes, you do.
Around.
That still are around. As they start their the announcements here for the starting lineups. So we'll give them to you as they come out tonight. 4-2 for East Lyme, 1-0 in Eastern Connecticut Conference Division 1. Woodstock Academy 6-1, 0-1 in Eastern Connecticut Conference Division 1. So it's kind of big in that regards too, Greg, about as far as ECC
you go down
Division 1.
0-2 and hard to come back from that.
Yeah, there's only 4 teams, remember, in Division 1. There's no question about that.
Number 5.
Number 5, that would be Chloe Vaglio, the middle hitter. Number 4 is Shay McMunn, the center. Number 8 is Abby Perulis, the outside hitter.
And she is a monster at the net.
Number 13 is Carolyn Place, one of the middle hitters. Number 25, Sydney Lapham, the opposite hitter. Number 12, that would be Megan Nagel, the defensive specialist. And number 3, the player that Adam Batone talked about, Skylar Bell, the libero for East Lyme.
And she digs everything.
That's what we've been told, anyway.
And here we go for Woodstock Academy.
Absolutely. So the Centaurs getting introduced now.
And the football team's in the house.
Uh-oh. The practice is over, apparently. First player out, number 10, Regan Reynolds, the junior middle hitter for the Centaurs. Followed by number 3, that would be Sophie Gronsky, the sophomore setter for Woodstock Academy. Number 13 is Liliana Batone, the outside hitter.
Wearing 13 tonight,
yeah, she was
3.
number 8. Gets me confused a little bit. Number 1 is Layla McKinnon, the senior middle hitter for the Centaurs.
And a free spirit at that.
Absolutely. followed by number 14, Cassie Ladd, a sophomore opposite hitter for Woodstock Academy. And then number 2, Morgan Bonin, the senior outside hitter, which leaves last but not least, Ellie Nunes, the senior libero.
She's got a little tape on that left thumb.
Yep, that's a little bit of an issue coming in.
She's
injured it against Coventry. And now we have our national anthem here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Our national anthem here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, and now we're all set for some volleyball. So settle in on this Monday. Woodstock Academy against East Lyme, first of 2 broadcasts this week, and both of them involve Woodstock Academy and East Lyme. Football on Saturday at noontime for you, live from the Bentley Athletic Complex just down the road.
You know, if it's anything like the atmosphere that we had on Saturday, it's going to be an exciting game.
Absolutely. Soccer's coming up next week.
We're going to get to see the prep soccer team as well.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. We'll, if everything goes according to plan, we'll have prep soccer for you. Woodstock Academy, I think, gets the service first, if I am correct in this. But I have been known to be wrong.
It happened once.
Yeah.
We're not going to say anything about it, but it did happen.
It does
once.
happen, though.
And coach is going over some last-minute adjustments.
With Layla McKinnon. So Ellie Nunes will come back on here, or maybe not. Going to go with the rotation that's out there. And I think it is Woodstock Academy serve. Regan Reynolds looks like she's dropping back to serve first. She has 17 aces on the season for Woodstock Academy. So we are set to go. Everything's underway now. Took a little while to get here, but we're here. Regan Reynolds gets us underway. A little lofter that gets put up in the air, slapped down, blocked.
Never made it over.
No, it did not. It did not make it?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know if it was blocked by either Batone or by McKinnon. But you think it hit the tape?
I did.
Okay. 1-0 Woodstock Academy. This ball does not make it over, and it's an ace.
That one hit the tape.
That one did. That one I could see. So that's an ace for Reynolds, ace number 18. Reynolds again from that left side, and this time gets the service error. Well, that was one thing Coach Batone was lamenting.
Unforced errors.
Yep. Skylar Bell will go back for East Lyme. And this one's an ace. Right in between Morgan Bonin
and Ladd.
And Ladd, yep, Cassidy Ladd.
That's what you want to make sure doesn't happen. You need communication.
Well, you can see why Skylar Bell is so highly regarded just by that service.
Neither one of them had any idea where it was going.
That one's right off of Cassie Ladd, picked up by Nunes. Bonin will get it over in time. This ball comes back over to McMunn, over to the outside hitter. Bonin gets it in the air. Right in front was Gronsky on the set, and the kill for Woodstock Academy by Lily Batone.
And Batone is not the tallest player out there, but she does everything she can with her height. She gets up and put that ball right where it needed to be.
Sophie Gronsky goes back to serve for Woodstock Academy. Sophie 9 aces on the year for the Centaurs. 3-2 lead for the hosts. And Gronsky sends it. There's Bell with it. Bell to McMunn. Back over to Bell into the middle. Nunes from behind. It goes into the net. So Bell technically gets the kill on that one. From the back row. 3-3. And McMunn back to serve for East Lyme. Gets it over too far, and it's an error. Service error.
The communication we saw earlier was there as every player on the floor was yelling out, out, out.
Lily Batone back to serve for Woodstock Academy. Lily, deep serve, handled by Nagel. Back over to the outside, and outside hits out as well. A little too long out there for Carolyn Place.
And what we saw during warm-ups is that very serve from East Lyme, or that very spike from East Lyme.
There's the bump from the back. McMunn sends it over to Place. Place taps it, saved this time by McKinnon. Back over to Bonin. Behind her back, throws it over. Bell saves it. McMunn into the middle, and Place hits it long again. So 6-3, Woodstock Academy. And Batone continues her service. 11 aces for Lily this season, just a sophomore, but she's got a strong serve. There's another one. You know, that worked pretty well that time.
That was a thing of beauty. Just over the net, looking like we might have a timeout. Timeout East Lyme.
7-3 in favor of Woodstock Academy. We'll keep it here a little bit. But Lily Batone looking strong. And by the way, she is up, I think, for the Game Time CT Athlete of the Week. Not Eastern Connecticut Conference, but Game Time CT.
And how does one vote?
Game Time CT. We'll put that out on the morning announcements tomorrow. So we'll have the link to it so you can vote for Lily Batone. If you didn't get a chance to vote for her for ECC Athlete of the Week a week ago, now you get a chance to vote for her for Game Time CT.
I did every day, every device.
Absolutely.
Every day, every device.
That's what you have to do, and that's how the athletes get their just rightful due.
Right.
So Batone will go back to serve again. A 4-point lead for the Centaurs after the timeout.
And East Lyme coach Jack Biggs wanted to talk it over, try and break Batone's mojo here.
Batone doesn't let it do so. That one goes backwards. Bell goes back to get it. They get it over just in time by Nagel. Back this way. Here it comes, and down goes, and it was too long for Jade Desmond. Little long.
And we got some subs in for East Lyme.
Just as we do for the Centaurs. Gronsky tried to set Desmond that time just a little bit long. Mia Williamson in for East Lyme. Back behind the service line. Sends it. Nunes digs it. Gronsky sets it. Bonin spikes it. That worked.
Bonin was very close to that midcourt line, but that slam was a thing of beauty.
It absolutely was. That whole set was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, Gronsky put it right at the net.
Absolutely.
Perfect set.
And Nunes got it right to Gronsky.
Yep.
McKinnon back to serve. This will be Bell, gets that two-handed touch on it. Backwards, it is Place who taps it over. Nice dig on that one by Batone. Back over to Bonin, and a little long.
She had a little trouble getting over top of that and bringing it down.
3-point lead for the Centaurs as the Vikings get the service back. Carolyn Place, the mid-hitter. And Place's service. Bonin. That was back over to Desmond. Back to Bonin.
Nice.
Bonin, a little bump backwards that just found the middle.
She'll take it. She'll take it.
Technically an assist for Desmond on that one. 9-5. Service coming back over to the Centaurs into the hands of Cassie Ladd. 14 aces on the season for the sophomore. And the serve. Bell on the bump. Into the middle. That was Vaglet McMunn. McMunn over onto the outside where Solo got the kill.
The outside hitting in warm-ups was just absolutely devastating. That's where East Lyme wants to get it.
Lapham now to serve for the Vikings. Lapham into the middle. Nunes on the dig. Coming on over Gronsky. Here's Batone, and it's going to be a kill as it went off of Bell and out.
You don't see Bell making too many mistakes out there, but that Lily Batone smash could not be handled.
That one was actually from the back row, too. That was kind of nicely done. Off the set by Gronsky. Here's Bonin on the serve. Bonin, that jump service. Bell kind of slaps it up in the air. McMunn sets to that far side. Saved by Bonin, but it's a kill for number 10, Addison Solo. Bonin just couldn't keep that one in.
And Solo leaving the game, and I'm not sad to see her go. That was two absolutely monstrous spikes.
So what is it, number 12? Yes, it will be Nagel to serve for East Lyme. Gets it long. Nunes right there for it. Gronsky on the set to the outside to Batone. Saved by Bell. Backwards to the other side. Getting it over McMunn. That was Gronsky. Back set over to Nunes. Over to Batone. Little tap over the top. Bell comes in. Nice job. And unfortunate. Just a double hit there for Regan Reynolds in the middle. Bell, nice little kill. Just a little bump to get it back over.
No, it's like a change up in baseball. They're expecting the heater and they get something off speed. It's hard.
Nagel gets it over. Gronsky sets to Batone, and it might have been tapped by McMunn. No. It was not tapped. It just went out.
The student section is not enjoying that call. They thought that was in.
I thought either in or tipped, and you didn't get either one. Nagel back on the service. Here's Gronsky. Quick set over. McMunn. Bell to the outside. Tapped in. Just getting it over was Perulis. Well, you said she's a big hitter.
Yeah.
And that one, she was a small hitter and very effective.
Well, it absolutely blasted off the tape and just dribbled over.
10-10. Nagel. That's Bonin on the dig. Gronsky on the set. Batone to the far side. Saved by the Vikings. McMunn back over there. Once again, and a kill by Solo. By Perulis.
Timeout, Woodstock.
Little talk here for the Centaurs as they fall behind 11-10 to the Vikings. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Olivia from Pomfret, and I'm a senior at the Woodstock Academy. I've grown so much as a student musician here at WA. The teachers are so friendly, and they've really helped me build my skills and confidence. Field trips, festivals, concerts, musicals, the opportunities here are endless, and these experiences have definitely broadened my horizons and prepared me for the future.
Our Future Centaurs open house on October 23rd is the best time for you to explore the Woodstock Academy experience. Register at woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
Welcome back to Woodstock Academy. 11-10. East Lyme has come back from a deficit as large as 10-6 last time that happened. Nagel on the long service. Nunes lets it go by, and it's a service error. So we're back tied at 11. And Reynolds will go back to serve for the Centaurs. Reynolds had an ace in her first time. Got a couple of service points before a service error ended her time behind the line. All sticks across the board. 11-11 first set. Bumped from behind by Lapham. That was McMunn. And the attempted kill. Nice dig from the back. Bell puts it back up in the air. McMunn into the middle. Vaglio just tossed it over. Nice save by the Centaurs from the back by Ladd. McMunn back over to Vaglio. Nunes digs it up and back into the middle. There'll be a kill in the middle for the Vikings.
Vaglio put that one down. Woodstock didn't get enough on that spike, and it went right into the hands of Vaglio, and she was perfectly set up to put that down.
Bell back behind the line for the Vikes. There's a nice dig by Ladd, put by McKinnon. Here's a kill by Baton that just went a little too hard, too wide. (13-11) Vikings.
And Woodstock just needs a side out here.
Bell back behind the service line. Bell and ace. Little miscommunication between Baton and Ladd on that one. 3-point lead for the Vikings.
And now you're getting close to crunch time in this first match.
Now we all know how Mo works in volleyball. That was Bonin to Nunes, back to Bonin, into the net. 15-11 Vikings. And you do not want Skylar Bell back there serving.
No.
I have determined that. Hard to tell, huh?
Hard to tell.
Hard to determine. Bell sends it over. That one's long. That was the best news yet. So the Centaurs get it back on the service.
I really want to go to the end line to see what Bell's serves look like when they're coming at you.
Knuckleballs or if they're moving.
That one didn't spin at all.
Gronsky, a little off the side, saved by Bell. McMunn over to the opposite side to Nagel, put up in the air by Gronsky. Nunes over to Baton, but Bell from the back. McMunn, that's a miss hit, and that will be a point for Woodstock Academy. Oh, this is a game of momentum, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The serve by Gronsky wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Well, it's an off-speed pitch, and that one's a little more of a heater.
From the backside, here comes Nagel on the tip. Blocked by Jade Desmond for the kill. Took her a block on that one. For the senior.
Desmond turned, saw where that was going, got up at the net. The very first warm-up they do is just that when they come out onto the floor. Get their hands over the net.
Gronsky, that one goes long. So go over to East Lyme. 16-14 Vikings. Back to serve for East Lyme is McMunn. Gets it over. Bonin to Gronsky, tries to set to the outside. Baton taps it into the middle. Picked up there. McMunn to Nagel on the outside. Tipped by Nunes. So a kill for Nagel.
Yeah, that looked like it was close.
3-point lead established again by the Vikings. Yeah, Nunes went up and kind of regretted it after.
Yep.
Into the middle again, bounced backwards. Bonin, Baton has to get this one over and does. Bell, McMunn sets to the outside to Nagel, blocked out. So it will be
another timeout for Woodstock.
Yeah, as that one was killed by Nagel. 18-14 in favor of East Lyme.
Just when Woodstock looks like they're back into it, East Lyme comes out with a little run.
And they've done these little service runs. This will be the third serve now for number 4, which is McMunn. Before that, Bell had 3 in a row. So you get those little service runs, and they can add up.
Absolutely.
It adds up right now to a 4-point lead for the Vikings. The outside has not been extremely effective right now for the Centaurs. More effective, actually, for East Lyme in these early starts.
The left outside is where their offense is coming from. Now, Woodstock, the last couple of times, has put 2 blocks up in front of the left.
Yep.
So they're moving to the left. They're making sure that that is not unimpeded.
So we'll see what they can do on this one and try to get back into this first set. Nunes, Bonin, Gronsky, Batone, Desmond, and McKinnon out there for the Centaurs. And McMunn gets the ball back. Shea. McMunn for the Vikings. Lapham's up front with Nagel. And Place for East Lawn. Bonin into, that's a tough one. Gronsky put it back. Bonin saved it, kept it going. Bell to McMunn, to the middle to Place. That was tipped at the net. Picked up there by Ladd. Picked up and sent by Batone on the kill off of Lapham. Right at Lapham this time.
And that time set to the left. East Lyme put up a double block. Batone went off the block for the point.
And credit Gronsky for the save off the net, to be honest, to keep that going. Batone on the service to the back. That one will not make it over. It's an ace for Batone.
But McKinnon was up and ready in case that one did come over.
18-16. Here's Batone's second service in this set. Diving
floater.
save. That was McMunn to Bell in the back. Bell gets it over. Batone tips it up. Gronsky sets to the outside to Bonin, and it's a kill for Morgan Bonin.
Once again, East Lyme put up the double block, off the double block, and out.
18-17. Back come the Centaurs. They will not go quietly. Batone bumped up from the back. This is McMunn looking over to Place. Gronsky sets it up. Nunes sets it backwards to Bonin, and Bell saved it. Bonin puts it back up. Do we have illegal contact? What do we got over here? A net violation.
On who?
I don't know. I think they did tap the net, did they not?
Bonin put up her hand, said it was her.
Net violation. 19-17 East Lyme. That was unfortunate.
Playing for the tie, and they had an unfortunate call.
Williamson back to serve for the Vikes. Just gets it over, and as a result gets the ace as it fell right in front of Bonin. Well, they have an unfortunate call, and then East Lyme has a fortunate event.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just how the ball bounces. Williamson again. Nunes has to dig this one. Gronsky backside back set to Desmond. Desmond kill.
Woodstock's offense is doing a very nice job off the block. The block has not been consistent in this end of this first match for East Lyme.
Layla McKinnon, 2-point deficit for the Centaurs. Straight down to Williamson, over to McMunn, to the outside. That was Place, and a kill for Place, I think, was on that side.
Yes.
No, it was number 10, Solo, the person you didn't want to see back there. 3-point lead for the Vikings again. And back to serve is Place. Batone. Gronsky to the outside hitter. Bonin tipped up in the air. Vaglio, McMunn back into the middle for Vaglio. Blocked on the play by Reynolds. Back the other way. They tip it over with Solo. Gronsky to the middle to Batone. Yes. Save, but a kill. Actually, it was not a save. Diving for it. Place tried to get to it and could not. So a kill from the back for Batone. Back to a 2-point lead.
This is what you want to see, Mark.
Cassie Ladd back on to serve for Woodstock Academy.
Who's going to hold it together in crunch time?
And Ladd's service just gets over the net. Back from Williamson to Bell, and that might be a legal contact. It is.
Bell not happy about that call.
21-20. Ladd back behind the service line. Gets it over the top. Bell. That was McMunn. This is Solo. Tipped up in the air backwards. Over to the outside to Bonin. A little long, little wide. Back to a 2-point lead for the Vikings. They really haven't gone too far away from that. Lapham, after they took the lead at the 12-11 score, Lapham, the serve. This is Gronsky over to the outside. Bonin and saved by Lapham. Bell tries to get it back over. Williamson tips it. Does it go long? Oh, no. It fell in. The bump kill for Williamson. 23-20. That's one of those where you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't. Sometimes it's better to go after it. Lapham, just got it over. Nunes got the dig. Gronsky to the outside. Reynolds hits it hard. Bell on the save. Back is McMunn on the other side and long. Was there a tip?
Oh, no.
There was a tip is what they called. There was a tip. That's the call. And Solo got the kill.
I did not see that ball change direction or rotation.
The only thing was that I could say, and it's not in defense, but they immediately said tip on the East Lyme side, so I don't know. Lapham, Baton, and Gronsky got it over to Reynolds. Oh, that's going to be a kill yet. For Regan Reynolds.
Not done yet.
Yep.
Bonin going back to serve.
24-21. Set point again. Well, triple set point, is it not? Isn't that what they call it? Bonin gets it over and long. The service error results in an East Lyme victory in set number 1. 25-21 in favor of the East Lyme Vikings, who took control in that middle. Never really relinquished it.
No, they did a very nice job at maintaining, doing whatever was necessary to keep that lead.
And sometimes that's what you need in volleyball. You just got to keep the mo going.
Yes.
25-21, the Vikings win set number 1. Back with set number 2 when we return to the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
(25-21). Set number 1 goes to the East Lyme Vikings over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Kind of a quiet Monday. This is the only game going on today.
That's unusual.
Yeah, very unusual. The rest of the week, I think there's more away games than there are home games,
well,
to
with
be
homecoming
honest.
last week, and it was scheduled a lot of home games. Now we're going to have a little lull this week and pick it up again next week.
Pick it up again next week, big time, with a couple of soccer games that hopefully we'll be doing for you. But there's also this week, there is a field hockey game, I think, on Thursday against East Lyme. There's a soccer game for the girls on Friday against Bacon Academy. And, of course, football here on Saturday as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs take on the East Lyme Vikings.
And we'll be here to cover it.
Yes, we will. Be in the house, as the saying goes, over at the Bentley Athletic Complex.
I don't say that.
You don't say that?
No, I don't say that.
I say that.
In the house?
In the house.
No, 1987 called. They want their colloquial phrase back.
I've used that a few times somewhere, but I'm not going to say where. Set to go for set number 2. As both teams split from the huddle, of course, they switch sides. That's always interesting to me in volleyball, that you switch benches.
Yeah. Well, you switch sides in
you got to take everything with you.
Right.
Yeah,
and
but you
always
don't switch
want to be
benches.
able to talk to your team.
Well, it's true, but you don't switch benches when you switch sides in basketball. In this sport, you switch benches.
Yep.
So we are set to go. Ellie Nunes will come back on for Regan Reynolds in the rotation.
And the referees check the sheets to make sure everybody's where they need to be.
Yep.
Before the libero comes in and screws everything up.
That's generally what happens. Right. Libero comes in and says, you get out. So Nunes came in, as does Bell for East Lyme. We've got the libero set, and Bell will obviously serve first for East Lyme.
I'd want her serving as much as I could if I was Coach Jack Biggs.
Absolutely. That's why Jack has her out there. Service number 1. Bell gets it right over. Batone into the net, saved by Gronsky, put back over by Desmond, bumped up in the air by Place. Here's McMunn to Nagel, blocked by Desmond. Nagel was a nice save by the Vikes. Nunes over to Bonin and a long kill. The save, a long out. Nagel made a nice save right over here.
Absolutely.
That got over.
You know, there was a lot of good volleyball in there. Desmond looked good. Nagel did a nice job. Bonin just couldn't get over that. That's the second time.
Yep, could not get the hand down. Bumped up in the air and back over to Bonin. They'll be tipped up in the air by Nagel. Here's McMunn. Over to number 8, Paroulis. Right in front of us is Bonin. Bell on the dig, but Bell's dig went out.
And here's what I love about Gronsky. Bonin had trouble the previous point. Gronsky goes right back to her. Hey, do this. You got this.
1-1. McKinnon back to serve for the Centaurs. Bumped up in the air by Lapham. Coming over is McMunn. There's Paroulis. Did she hit the net? Yes. It was the antenna and the net. So I don't know. Is that a net violation or an antenna violation?
I don't care. Woodstock gets the point.
Layla McKinnon set to send it. Bumped up in the air. Bell getting it from Nagel to Paroulis, and right in the middle, just dumped it down.
Lack of communication there for Woodstock. And that's what Coach Batone is saying to him right now.
Communicate. So it will be McMunn back to serve for the Vikings. 2-all the score. McMunn gets this one over. Batone got it into the middle. Batone from the back. Bell from the back. McMunn to the set from a back set. Lapham sent it back into the middle. Batone to Gronsky. Back set to Desmond. Desmond taps it. Bell digs it. Back into the middle. McMunn. Little tap by Place. Saved by Desmond. Back over is Reynolds to the outside. Bonin on the kill.
And look at that. Go back to Bonin. She's starting to feel it.
3-2, the lead for the Centaurs. Reynolds credited with the assist on that one as Cassie Ladd comes on to serve for the Centaurs. 1 point advantage for the blue and gold. Ladd serve gets over. Dig there by Nagel. Bell tosses it into the middle. Nunes on the dig. Gronsky goes over to Batone. Back into the middle. Nagel. Bell over to Paroulis. Paroulis over to Nunes. Gronsky saves it. Bonin in the back has to do the two-hand touch. This is McMunn over to Paroulis on the kill, and Paroulis got it through Reynolds.
Regan Reynolds couldn't get up and block that. She was by herself on that block attempt.
3 apiece. And Williamson will come on to serve for the Vikings. Are we supposed to get some rain tonight, I think, too?
Yes, we are.
Maybe some pretty heavy rain is possible, I guess. Not as heavy as in Florida. Gronsky, that was Bonin out of bounds, who kept it inbounds. Bell got the save. Nunes keeps it alive. Batone in the middle. Back over Bell. McMunn over to the outside. Solo on the slap. Batone got it up in the air. Gronsky tosses it in. That was a nice save there by McMunn. Over to Solo. Solo hit it too long. Or did they? That should be out.
That was deep.
Yeah. 4-3 Woodstock Academy. Bonin on the serve. Bell tips it up in the air. McMunn back set. Place tips and a block by Patone. Picked up, however, by McMunn. Bell into the net. Uncharacteristic, unpressured error.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, Mark.
Nope. 5-3 in favor of the Centaurs. Bonin, oops. Service error.
She looked a little off on that one, just right from the toss.
It has been the Achilles heel sometimes of this Centaurs team. Carolyn Place back to serve for the Vikings, trailing by a point, 5-4. Place gets it over. Noon sends it our way, saved by Gronsky to the middle. Nice done by Ladd. Coming over McMunn outside solo. Noon steps into the rafters. Gronsky sends it to the outside. Batone reaches for it. McMunn. Oh, that was a McMunn set that no one knew who it was for.
No.
Place ended up with it and put it into the net.
McMunn did a nice job getting it to it, and it popped it up, but nobody went after it.
Nobody was there. Reynolds on the service for the Centaurs. Little wobbler, Bell got it. McMunn backs it again. Lapham, nice dig by Bonin, picked up by Gronsky, outside Batone and into the net. Back to a 1-point match here, 1-point set. Lapham back to serve for East Lawn. Lapham serve, whoop, that's not going anywhere. You could tell that right from the start. So the Centaurs up by 2 again.
Well, I just got a text. I'm watching the girls' volleyball game. There's a voice similar with you, Mr. Smith. Well, actually, it says Mrs. Smith. Are you doing the broadcast? Why, yes, I am.
Last time we checked.
Yeah.
Gronsky.
Oh, nice.
Right, nice save by East Lyme. Bell got it back to Noons. Here comes Gronsky over to Batone, picked up there. Back set. Bell got it back over to Solo. Solo back over to Gronsky into the middle and a little long. Did anyone touch it? No, they say. McKinnon's a little long on that one. 7-6 again. 1 point separates the two. And now I think once again it's Nagel going back to serve for East Lyme. Now Avery Stadler's in there for the Vikings, number 9. Didn't see her before. Bumped up in the air, Bonin to Gronsky, over to Desmond, little tip over the top. Vaglio, tip down. McKinnon did a nice job. Vaglio got it back off the net. McKinnon saves it. Over set to the outside, Batone, tipped at the net. Bell got it. McMunn sends it all the way over to Peroulis, and Peroulis gets the kill. I don't know how.
Really nice point for East Lyme.
It was. That ball was in the rafters.
Yep.
And somehow Peroulis was able to keep track of it. So Nagel with her second service attempt, and we're all tied at 7. Nunes, Gronsky gets it over, tipped back over the other way. Gronsky comes over to help. Batone able to keep it away from the net. That's McMunn to Peroulis. Peroulis could do nothing more than hit it backwards. She was into the net, and it was a net violation anyway. That's what you call seeing net in front of you and saying, I don't have much to do with this.
Right, it was too close to the net. There was nothing Peroulis could do with that ball.
Batone back to serve for Woodstock Academy.
All right, Liliana.
Gets it over, dig by Nagel, back flip over by McMunn, Bonin into the middle. This is McKinnon who gets it over. Once again, Doug Stadler, Vaglio to Peroulis, but Peroulis cannot get to it before the net does.
And that was pretty much identical for Peroulis. She couldn't do anything with that set, that big little set.
So
Vaglio, excuse me.
9-7. Batone again gets it over, and ace off of Stadler and out.
Well, if Stadler saw that one and had trouble with it, be ready for the next one because it's coming again.
You know that they tend to find the person who had trouble with the last one.
Yep.
It's just the way it works.
And Bell steps in front of her to try and take it.
Bell. Oh, that one didn't get over. Oh, they're going to say over the net. Net violation against East Lyme as Greg Smith goes into apoplexy. How's that sound? 10-8. Bell. This is a dig by Bonin to Gronsky. Back to Bonin. Bell from the back. McMunn sets Peroulis. Peroulis slaps it down. Nunes digs it. Gronsky back over to Bonin, and a little bit of a tough one. Bonin turned her back to it. I mean, that's a tough thing to try to turn your back and hit.
Move your feet, turn your back, and try and put it in play. Very difficult to do.
So Bell will get another serve here for the Vikings. The last person you want to see serving. Nunes gets this one over, placed back, set, picked up by Nagel, and then Bell puts it over. A little bit of miscommunication on the Viking side, but they got through it. Bonin from Gronsky, long. 10-10. This is Bell's third service now in a row.
And a bullet.
It was. Patone, Nunes. Bonin has to get this one over and does. Nagel, and it was a kill for Bonin on the back set. Nagel just really never got set to get to that one.
Nagel was being told by one of her teammates that it was out and then went to play it anyway. It was definitely in.
Yep. Darned if you do, darned if you don't. McKinnon on the service. Bell, McMunn at the net, tips it over the top and gets the kill.
It could have been a little net interference on that one.
11-11. Haven't we been here before?
Yes, sir. Sticks in the first game.
Yep. And this is where, this is where the Centaurs have to come back and take over here because
that's what East Lyme did in the first match.
Exactly. McMunn set to serve. And that one's into the net. 12-11, Woodstock Academy.
Ladd comes in for Desmond.
She'll get the service. Dug up by Bell, set back by McMunn, topped over. Is there going to be a net violation? Yep. There is. No question, I think that, and even Perulis knew it when she was going in.
Now, look at the kicks on Carolyn Place, number 13 for East Lyme. Those are high tops.
They are. Protect the ankles, I think. 13-11.
You roll your ankle, you're going to blow out your knee.
Well, that's the only problem. Because that ankle ain't going anywhere. Nagel, McMunn, Perulis blocked by the Centaurs, put back over by Perulis. Reynolds again on the block, Place on the dig, and they cannot get it over.
Regan Reynolds does such a nice job at many aspects of this game. That's not her primary sport.
It is not. So set to go once again. Here's the service by Ladd and into the net.
Tried to finesse that one.
14-12. Yeah, you can't finesse it because generally that leads to bad things, such as a service error. Williamson goes back to serve for the Vikes. 14-12 in favor of the Centaurs. Williamson service, Nunes, Gronsky to the middle, and a kill for Morgan Bonin in the middle. Well, she may have had a little trouble outside, but middle seems to suit her pretty well.
We have not seen a ton of middle hits from Woodstock Academy's offense. I believe I've seen more this season in just a couple of games than I've seen in the past few years.
Maya Sorrentino comes in to serve for the Centaurs, first time. Gets it over, gets the ace.
And how tough is that?
Yeah.
You're sitting on the bench for the better part of 2 games, and boom, you convert. Timeout East Lyme.
Well, that one was a little tough because no matter how you sliced it and diced it, it fell between 2 players.
Right.
16-12, Woodstock Academy leads the East Lyme Vikings here in set number 2.
Creating art is a different skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future-centaurs.
And we're back underway here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Sorrentino after that ace. giving the Centaurs a 4-point advantage. And Sorrentino. Oh, Bell double-fisted. Did you see it was a double-fisted hit? Yeah.
She just put him up to protect herself and got a kill.
16-13. So the Vikings will get the ball back, and Place will be serving for East Lyme. Set to go, and there's a service error on the Vikings. 17-13, Centaurs. Regan Reynolds back to serve. Bell. McMunn comes over. This is Solo, and Solo hit it long. Momentum starting to definitely swing in the Centaurs' favor here.
Now, bared down.
Reynolds from the back, Williamson, McMunn, and Vaglio got the kill off of the middle hit.
That is a very cool job by Vaglio to absolutely direct that right where it needed to be.
So Lapham will go back to serve for the Vikings. Gets it over. This is Bonin to Gronsky, and a block at the net, and they're going to say it was it was an illegal contact. It was 4 hits for the Centaurs. Back to 3. The lead for Woodstock Academy. And make it 4 on the service error.
Mark, looking over in those stands, I see so many people that have played volleyball here, have supported volleyball. Their kids played here. It's just nice to see.
Coming back to watch. Here's Gronsky. Bumped up in the air by Lapham. This is McMunn. Over to Solo. Solo gets the kill right through about 3 Centaurs on that one. Hit a couple at the net and then just Baton dived for it and really had no chance at it.
Yep. And you replace Solo with Peroulis. Man, you're not losing much there on the outside hit.
Nagel on the service. From the back is Bonin. Gronsky at the net, sends it over. Baton tipped it. Lapham to McMunn. Oh, there's that tough set. And that was again that tough set. Desmond got the tip in kill. As that tough set right at the net.
Right, and how many of those has Desmond had so far tonight?
A couple.
She's getting up there and getting over top of the net without touching it.
Baton on the service. If you want someone back there, she might be the one. McMunn back set Vaglio. Baton got it up in the air. Gronsky sends it forward. Baton gets it over. Bell. McMunn tosses it back over. That was Gronsky into the middle. And then an illegal hit. I think illegal contact.
Yes.
2017. That's about the only thing I could envision. And unfortunately, it's Bell behind the service line. 4-point lead for Woodstock. Tips the net, ace. Hit Bonin. Maybe around the chin area.
Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're good. That was the former. Timeout, Adam Baton.
So we'll keep it here.
Well,
it's 21-18.
Good timeout by Coach Baton just to make sure. You want to make sure that you stop any runs. You got
especially
a 3-point
with Bell
lead
behind the service line. Because she's just a tough server.
Yep.
You know, tough from behind
as
there.
you saw on that one. She hit the tape and it just fell in.
Not the right place for the Centaurs to get it, let's put it that way. But they tried. This is a tough week, by the way, for Woodstock Academy because the volleyball team, that is, not only do they have East Lyme tonight, but they have Fitch on Wednesday, another Division I matchup.
Right.
And then the team that we talked about at the top that may be one of the better in the ECC this year, Griswold comes to town. So, yeah, they got a few home matches, which is nice, but they're going to be tough.
Right. And there's not too much time to make adjustments. So after you go tonight, depending on how long this match goes, you've got to have practice tomorrow. You can't really work them because you got a game the next day.
And you can't work them on Thursday because you got a game the next day.
Yep.
Bell. Bounced up in the air by Bonin. Gronsky. Bonin wants it back. It actually tipped to the middle. McKinnon got the kill. Nice kill by Layla McKinnon.
Nope.
What did he say?
Tried to say that there was a pancake there. I didn't see it.
I didn't either. So 22-18. I thought they yelled something or another. But they did not. McKinnon goes back to serve. A 4-point lead for the Centaurs. Triple match, or more than that. Listen to the back. Lapham, McMunn, Bell. Back into the middle. Picked up there by Bonin to Gronsky. Gronsky gets it over. Bell tips it forward. McMunn sets to the middle and blocked on the play by Regan Reynolds.
Now, East Lyme's done a good job with their outside hitters and their middle hitter, but Woodstock did a nice job getting up and getting that one.
And now Jack Biggs calls for a timeout, as he wants to talk about this one a little bit.
And the talk it over chant tries but doesn't quite. Oh, it's catching on. There we go.
It's working its way. Oh, no. Okay, now you got it. It just took a while to get here. I'd like to thank our sponsors here in our broadcast today: Busquets Appliances and TV in Danielson and Willimantic, Girardi Insurance Services, great people at Girardi, and great people too at the O'Brien Financial Group. Check them all out. They're all local people, and they all deserve your business. Let's put it that way. Also like to thank Brad O'Connor and Oconchabar Productions for all of his help throughout the year. Layla McKinnon back to serve again. Sends it over. Bell bounces it up in the air. McMunn into the middle. Perulis comes over, just does the bump tip. Here's Gronsky to the middle. Bonin! Bell saved it. Lapham. And then goes over is Nagel to the back. Batone. Gronsky goes over to Reynolds. Reynolds. Bell again. McMunn taps it over the top. Batone to the back. Here comes Reynolds and into the net.
That was a good rally by both teams.
Still a 4-point lead for the Centaurs. It just gives the Vikings the service back. And McMunn will go behind the service line. McMunn just gets it over. Bonin, Gronsky. This is Reynolds. Bumps it into the middle, and that's not going to work. It was actually out anyway, I think. So no return on the side of the Centaurs, and it's back to a 3-point advantage for Woodstock Academy. McMunn back behind the service line. Sends it over. Bounce up in the air by Batone. Gronsky back over to Batone. Tips it and a kill. I think she saw Bell back a little bit and took advantage.
She saw the East Lyme defense backing up on her, and she changed the pace of the ball, and in it went.
So set point for the Centaurs.
As Ladd comes in to serve.
And Ladd's service. This is bumped up by Nagel. McMunn. And Place for a nice dig on the other side by the Centaurs. Bell puts it over and it falls in. Just fell inside the corner to get the kill. Not going easy are the Vikings, as Williamson will go back to serve for East Lyme. Triple set point, 24-21. That is Nunes. Gronsky, kill by Woodstock Academy. Was that Reynolds?
That was in, yes it was.
That's who I thought it was.
And that was on the line, that was in.
25-21, the same score that East Lyme won the first set by. Woodstock Academy takes set number 2 by that same score. And this, once again, 11-11.
Right.
And when did and who took the momentum right there?
Absolutely. So both games, both matches, that's what happened. First one, East Lyme took the momentum after 11-11. That one, Woodstock Academy did the same.
Interesting just the way it seems to have worked so far tonight. So we have a 1-1 tie as we move to set number 3 here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Set number 3 of this match between Woodstock Academy and the East Lyme Vikings. 1-1 tie. Both games decided by the same score, 25-21.
And after that last commercial, I got to tell you, my brand new Busquets Appliance gas range is amazing.
It's amazing.
Although I am not going to get to eat anything from it in quite a while.
Why
for
is that?
Quite a while, because we're going to be here.
Good point.
Huh.
Good point. We are going to be here for a little while,
Yes,
aren't we?
we are.
Yeah. As we go to set number 3. Yeah, this match started about 25 minutes later than scheduled due to a lengthy JV match. Decided in 3 sets. East Lyme pulled it out.
And the way this one's looking, we might go well into the evening.
Yeah, we might be here for a little while. We'll have to wait and see. So Bell and Nunes will be waiting to come on in and, like you say, mess everything up.
But I like this change in volleyball that volleyball's done with the libero.
Yeah.
That it really adds a different element into the game.
So liberos, Bell's set to go on one side. We'll be getting the word from Nunes about Nunes pretty quick. Oh, Ellie says, okay, I can go now? Okay. Maybe not. I'm going to stay out.
It looks like McKinnon's going to serve first.
Yep. So Nunes was just playing the old decoy.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Just trying to confuse the ref.
Yeah, confuse the ref, confuse the opponents. Where's the libero? Oh, she just went that way.
Yep.
So McKinnon set to serve. And does not get this one over the net. So Bell will go back for the Vikings. Bell has had a tendency of getting about 3 or 4 serves in a row. Nunes digs that one. Gronsky sets it up in the air, and it was tipped back over by Peroulis for the kill.
And you imagine returning those serves with a bad thumb?
No. I mean, it's bad enough to have a bad thumb.
Yeah, but Nunes doesn't make any complaint.
Nope.
Doesn't seem to be favoring it all. She just goes out there and does her job.
Bell just tips the net again on that one. Nunes to Batone to Bonin. Lapham, McMunn on the other side, and that may have been an illegal contact, and indeed it was. So 2-1 East Lyme as the service goes back over to the Centaurs.
And Ladd comes in for Desmond. You know, it's really made my heart feel good to see the fans that we've seen at games.
Absolutely.
Whether you're talking about football or volleyball or girls field hockey, soccer, we saw some good crowds at all those events.
Ladd to Lapham, McMunn, Peroulis on the other side was blocked by Reynolds. Bonin got it, and Bonin sent it a little long. Well, was it in? It was in. Bonin, it was in.
She put enough topspin on it
yes,
to
she did.
hit that back line.
A kill for Morgan Bonin. Hard to tell from this angle, and by everybody's at least reaction. I thought it may have been out.
Well, East Lyme's JV players are sitting down there. They thought it was out.
They did. Cassie Ladd gets that one over. This was just touched over, and it'll be a legal contact again. So a 3-2 lead for the Centaurs. Ladd sitting back there again. That's into the net.
She wants that one back.
Yep. 3 apiece as McMunn goes back for East Lyme. McMunn's service. That was up the air by Bonin. Gronsky to the back. Batone. Oh, didn't get enough on that one. I think she mistimed the leap a little bit.
Yep. Just a little awkward.
4-3 East Lyme.
Hold on, there's something on the floor.
There's something on the floor that was noticed by Williamson. There's a lollipop, I think. A lollipop. And I think that was, I don't know if it was thrown on the floor. I don't know if that was thrown on the floor.
They're looking for, here we go. Brad Favreau's here, Holly Singleton. They'll go speak with the crowd. Colin Singleton, who's the athletic department representative here, he'll go over and speak with the crowd. That can't happen.
There'll be someone sitting over there with them now from here on out.
Yep.
You do not have anything thrown onto the floor. That does not happen.
You know, when our team, our volleyball team, went to Coventry, their whole student section was removed from the game for unpleasant behavior. So that will not happen here.
Nope. So back to serve again is McMunn. 4-3 lead for East Lyme. And set to go. And long.
Deep.
4-4 score. Coming on Maya Sorrentino. Sorrentino, just a sophomore.
I just watched Bell go up to McMunn and tell her it's going to be all right. You're fine.
That was Nagel over to McMunn. That's Place. Gets it over the net. Batone back to Gronsky to Batone. Blocked at the net, but out. A kill for Batone. 5-4 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Sorrentino got an ace her first time, you remember, in the last set. Oops, a little low on that one.
She looks like she overstrided just a little bit on that.
So Williamson should come on now for East Lyme, and we'll do the serve. Yeah, you can almost tell when the serves are going to go a little bit astray.
Right.
Just by watching the body language and where it's headed. So Williamson goes back behind the service line, and we're set to go.
Well, they really should be used to these subs because they've been doing the same sub all night long.
Yeah, I would say so. Nunes, Gronsky. Over to Batone, a little awkward, but she handles it. Bell to McMunn, other side Perulis. Bonin, the only thing she could do was protect herself. Batone to Gronsky, into the middle. Bell, tipped over. Reynolds keeps it at. Oh, no.
How?
That would be a...
She hit it like this?
No, I think it's against East Lyme.
No, is it?
Yeah, it's against East Lyme.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I'm going to say, how is it illegal touching on
I think
Woodstock?
It was a net violation. 6-5 in favor of the Centaurs.
And Coach
Reynolds.
Biggs is looking for
an explanation.
Confirmation.
I think it was a net violation.
McMunn's gone over to the up official to check.
If you notice, she's kind of pointing to over the net. I think it was some form of either over the net or violation of the net.
And Regan Reynolds just wants to serve.
Yeah, that's all she cares about. 6-5 Centaurs. Reynolds launches it. Bell saves it. McMunn Back sets it to place and
nice.
saved by Gronsky. Nice job. Reynolds backwards. Bonin. Bell got a piece of it. Williamson, McMunn gets it over somehow. Gronsky, that was McKinnon, tipped by Batone into the middle. Bell on the save, but that's not going to work this time.
Really nice point for Woodstock.
What
Both
a volley
teams played
that was.
that well.
That was a great volley. 7-5, Centaurs. Reynolds sends it over. Williamson, McMunn in the middle is placed. Oh, one-handed by Gronsky. Are they going to get illegal contact? Yep.
I think they said Woodstock touched the net.
Oh, did they? Okay. 7-6. As we keep having these very close battles waged throughout the sets. Place, that was tipped up by Bonin behind, saved by Ladd, sent over by Batone. Place, McMunn into the middle, tapped over by Vaglio, picked up the air, and no one could get to it.
If Gronsky gets that first one, somebody's got to get her back.
Yep.
And they have to talk.
Uh-oh, here we go again, 7-7. If we get to 11-11,
whoever gets the next point
wins.
Yeah.
Batone, that was over the top of Vaglio, saved from behind. Gronsky to McKinnon, back row, Place. Coming over was McMunn, gets it over to Lapham. That was Nunes to Gronsky, outside Batone, and it was saved by Place briefly. Kill for Batone.
Mark, Batone is so consistent. She doesn't make mistakes. She does all the little things.
Good volleyball player.
Yep.
Sophie Gronsky.
And a sophomore.
And a sophomore. Just like Sophie Gronsky, who just served. McMunn to the outside. Blocked by McKinnon. I think McKinnon got most of that one.
Desmond was up there with her. That's that double block that we were talking about in the first set.
9-7 Centaurs. This one, Bell, what a save. Into the middle is Gronsky. Back out to Batone. Bell, another save, but not good enough. Batone on the kill off the assist from Gronsky.
What was Bell going to do with that one? There was a tip at the net.
So Centaurs up by 3, 10-7. The ball went behind the bleachers. So we're trying to find it.
If I had $1 for every time I saw that happen in a game in the
Behind
last
the bleachers?
30-something years.
Oh, my gosh. You'd be a rich man.
Yes, sir.
10-7. Service is bumped by Williamson into the middle, McMunn. Here's Bell. Nunes. Gronsky to the middle, McKinnon. Backwards is Williamson. Over onto the outside. That was Solo, and Solo's going to get the kill.
Yeah, that hit Batone in the face, and everybody on the team went to check on her, and she just shook her head like, I'm fine.
It's only a volleyball. Lapham. That was Batone. Into the net, saved by Gronsky, and they can't get it any further. Gronsky did a nice job of saving it, but once again, I think everybody kind of relaxes when they see it hit the net like that because they feel it's done. This is Lapham. Batone, Gronsky, Batone, and kill for Batone.
Yeah, hit her in the face again. Go ahead.
Yeah.
She'll take a shot in the head for that spike.
11-9, Centaurs in the lead. Well, as long as we don't get to 11-11, this is a good sign. Batone. That was Lapham up into the rafters. McMunn backwards. Lapham gets it over.
Yeah.
And McKinnon. Oh, that was just tossed over by Bell. What a save again. Nunes to Gronsky to Bonin. And a kill for Bonin. Off of the hands of McMunn.
And there goes your 11-11.
Now we got 12-9. I'm liking this. if you know what I'm saying. If
Yes,
they continue
sir.
the domination, this is where the Mo usually has taken over. Baton, Bell, and it's an ace.
And Bell does that 2 fists in front of her face again. That was either going to hit her in the face. Timeout, East Lyme.
They can feel the Mo
Yep.
starting to slip. We're going to take a break as well. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs up on top of the Vikings, 13-9.
Hi, I'm Olivia from Pomfret, and I'm a senior at the Woodstock Academy. I've grown so much as a student musician here at WA. The teachers are so friendly, and they've really helped me build my skills and confidence. Field trips, festivals, concerts, musicals, the opportunities here are endless, and these experiences have definitely broadened my horizons and prepared me for the future.
Our Future Centaurs open house on October 23rd is the best time for you to explore the Woodstock Academy experience. Register at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
Well, it's been nothing but exciting. It's been some great volleys.
And by the time we get back to broadcast, Woodstock's out on the floor. They don't want to talk. They want to play.
They want to play. Baton set to go. 13-9. Centaurs lead 1-1 as far as sets are concerned here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. And Baton kind of set to go. Now she goes. Gets it over. Lapham. McMunn into the middle. That was Vaglio, and Vaglio's going to get the kill.
Vaglio tonight several times has done that. She gets the ball right at the net and just redirects it where she wants it to go. She has a feeling where the defenders are, and she puts it where they're not.
Nagel will go back to serve for East Lyme. Warm in here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Raining outside.
Is it really?
It is.
Nunes, Gronsky, that was Desmond. Oh, Bell from the back, Lapham. They get it over by Nagel, and Nagel's going to get that kill because Nunes, and I think it was Gronsky, no, Nunes and Baton kind of came together in the wrong time.
Right.
13-11.
So you ready?
What's that?
William G. Morgan.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, my gosh.
Woo!
A Bonin kill. I know that. Off of McMunn. So Bonin gets the kill.
William G. Morgan would enjoy this. How about that?
William G. Morgan. Okay.
The inventor of volleyball.
Where did you get that?
My phone.
I thought that's what you were going to say. As the ball comes backwards, that is Vaglio. Gronsky on the save. Got it to Baton. Over to Bonin. Tips it over the top. The East Lyme Vikings get it. McMunn over to... Ooh. It was Perulis who got the kill.
Perulis firm off the block, and that just dropped in no man's land.
14-12. And then Bell goes back to serve for the Vikings. Bell's service, and that will be Baton tipping it up in the air. Gronsky to Reynolds, and the kill for Regan Reynolds.
And just when you forget that she's out there or don't think that Regan Reynolds is bam, there it is.
There she is. Ladd will come on to serve for the Centaurs. Cassidy Ladd. Set to go, gets it over the net and an ace. Oh, no, maybe not. Ladd, no, they did rule it an ace.
They gave it the point. They gave it the point. They gave it the point.
Whoa.
They gave it the point.
Yep, it is an ace. Say it hit the floor before it came out of there. 16-12 lead for the Centaurs. I got a little confused when the ball came out. So did everybody else.
Both referees have electronic whistles, and occasionally they're hard to hear.
Ladd, that may be another one. Bell cannot return. No return off of 2 East Lyme hits. Not technically an ace, but we'll take the service point.
And big smile out of Cass Ladd.
17-12. There's a little bumper again. Might be another one. Again, no return by the Vikings. Bell is kind of in no man's land out there, trying her best to save everything. but it's not really working out the way they want it to.
No, what Ladd's doing is she's really mixing up where she's going. They have no idea. East Lyme has no idea where she's putting this ball.
18-12, Ladd gets it over, bumped up this time by Perulis to McMunn, back to Perulis, saved by Ladd. Coming up is Gronsky, gets it over the net. McMunn, backside Bell. Bell tosses it, Noon saves it. Gronsky has to go and get it to the outside. That was Reynolds. And do we have an illegal contact? We do. So 18-13, back to the Vikings. And it will be McMunn serving for East Lyme. Gets it over, Batone from the back. Gronsky into the middle, Bonin on the kill. A little short one to Bonin, who took advantage.
Boy, those center sets are looking nice for Woodstock.
19-13. And the service will come over to Sorrentino again.
And Sorrentino's done a very nice job.
She has.
Is that like the kiss of death in the free throw line in volleyball and basketball?
I don't know. We did pretty well last time when I said how many aces Batone had, and she followed along with one. There's a dig by East Lyme right at the back of the net. Reynolds puts it up and over. Does it get back over? It does not.
Does Reynolds get a kill for that?
I don't know.
Give her a kill.
I'm gonna. I didn't see. How many East Lyme players hit it on the other side?
One.
Okay. I'll give her the benefit of a kill. I have no problems with that. Sorrentino gets it over. McMunn tips it back. Gronsky to Nunes. Then it's Batone. It was just wide.
Yep.
She saw an opening to this side and just couldn't get it to drop inside the line. 20-14 as East Lyme gets the ball back. Williamson to serve for the Vikings. Trailing by 6. Bumped up in the air, Batone. Batone wanted it back, and the block at the net does not work. Kill for Batone.
When Batone got that serve, she immediately said to Gronsky, back. She wanted that ball back, and Gronsky knew exactly what to do with it.
Delivered it right back to her. Regan Reynolds back to serve for the Centaurs. Gets it just over, and an ace. Williamson had to come diving up for it and could not get to it on that short serve by Reynolds.
East Lyme.
We're going to need one. Down by 8. So if you're Jack Biggs right now, Greg Smith, I'm going to turn you into a volleyball coach, which I think you have been at some point in your life. You've coached everything else.
Just a fan.
So what do you say right now?
Go back to the basics. I mean, you're not going to yell, you're not going to scream, you're going to talk very, very quietly because there's a lot of volleyball left to be played. So you're going to refocus your team. Just worry about the next point, 1 point at a time, just 1 point at a time. That's all you can control. So you've got to get the serve back. So you got to get a side out. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to return serve and we're going to set the outside. First match, they were putting the ball to the outside, the left outside. When was the last time you saw them go to the left outside? Go to the left outside.
Go to the left outside is what he's saying. If you go to the left outside, maybe you'll end up in Holyoke. Who knows? You know what I mean by Holyoke?
I do.
What's that?
That's where volleyball was invented.
No, it's the Volleyball Hall of Fame. But it might have also been invented there. I don't know. It's the Volleyball Hall of Fame.
By Mr. Morgan.
Probably. Sent from the side. Here's Gronsky. Over to Batone. This is McMunn. This is Bell. This is on the far side is Solo. They get it back up. Here's Gronsky. Tips it over. Tip back the other way. Bonin to Gronsky. This is Batone. And a save from the back. Williamson, Bell, Solo. And a kill for Solo.
And, Mark, that was 2 absolute bomb hits by Solo from the left-hand side.
22-15. You also not only hear a volleyball game, you get volleyball history lesson here today. Place to serve for the Vikings. A low one that just got over the net. Gronsky into the middle. McKinnon tipped up in the air. That was Solo again. Bumped up back towards Solo into the net. 23-15, Centaurs.
Desmond comes in for Ladd.
Gronsky goes back to serve. And Gronsky's service. Bell slaps it up, just got over. McKinnon, Gronsky, Batone on the tip and the kill.
Gronsky. Batone got the kill, but Gronsky with that pass, that was a thing of beauty.
It was the way she set.
Didn't even know she was thinking about Batone and put it perfectly.
So Gronsky now serving at set point. Gets it in there, Bell. McMunn to the outside, solo, and it got in. Yep. So Solo on the kill again. 24-16, Woodstock Academy, but it will be Lapham back to serve for the Vikes. The thing is, you've got to get 9 consecutive serves in. We haven't seen that happen yet today. Lapham bumped up in the air, Bonin, Gronsky outside, Batone tipped up and back up in the air. McKinnon just over the net. Bell on the dig. Nunes on the dig. Gronsky on the back set. Desmond over the middle. Desmond on the kill from Gronsky.
And again, Gronsky puts it exactly where it needs to be.
Well, the first 2 sets were 25-21. This one a little bit more dominant for the Centaurs. 25-16 in favor of Woodstock Academy here on this one. So, you know, when you look at this whole situation, you got to look and say, a little bit, you're starting to see the momentum slide towards the blue and gold.
Right. And they're looking around, East Lyme's looking around for answers. Do they have answers? Well, that time, they didn't have any answers. Now for Woodstock's
I
service,
think the hitters right now fall into Woodstock Academy's favor.
Yes. And I think Coach Biggs and the East Lyme teams got to go back to what got them success in the first half, and that was setting to the outside. But Woodstock knows that. They're sending up double blocks, and they've been very effective at blocking that outside hit.
2-1 in favor of Woodstock Academy over the East Lyme Vikings. We'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Two-1 in favor of Woodstock Academy over East Lyme. We go to set number 4 here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
And Mark, while we got a second, I just want to send out best wishes to everyone in Florida. This Hurricane Ian is looking like the real deal. I heard mandatory evacuations. One of my students, 2 of her sisters go to school just outside of Tampa, and they're both coming home. And I couldn't be happier for them. But I wish the best to everybody in Florida.
Absolutely. And obviously we all know a lot of people in Florida. A lot of people from the Northeast head down to the Southeast. There's no question about that. And hopefully they will not encounter too much damage. But you're right. It doesn't sound particularly good right now.
No.
So, and interestingly enough, and we'll play meteorologist for a moment, Florida has not been hit by a major hurricane since 2018, I think, at least on the West Coast.
And that's an absolutely big dangle of land hanging out there in the middle of the Caribbean. So it's a lot of warm water and a lot of storms coming directly at them.
I think it's actually 2018 since Florida's been hit, and maybe even earlier than that since the West Coast has been struck by a major storm. So we're set to go for set number 4. The Vikings will serve first. 2-1 in favor of Woodstock Academy.
Referee's doing the final check of who's supposed to be where on these rotations.
And Bell just wanted to go over and say hi to Coach. Jack Biggs just came flying back in there, and now we're all set to go, I think.
Well, when you coach at Woodstock Academy, you have to know where the bathrooms are.
Oh, yeah, yes, you do.
It's a long drive up from East Lyme and probably
and
a
when
coffee
you announce
or two.
for Woodstock Academy, you just have to forget where the bathrooms are. Bell, here's one to Bonin, over to Gronsky. Into the middle, that was sent the other way by Batone. McMunn right in front of us. Peroulis sends it over the top. Gronsky on the bump. That was Nunes over to Batone, and a save from behind, but I think they're going to say it was a net violation on East Lyme.
They said it was four in the net.
McMunn. So 1-0 Centaurs. And Batone will go back to serve for Woodstock Academy. As we said at the top of the show, Liliana Batone up for the Game Time CT Athlete of the Week. McMunn over to Peroulis. Back there is Batone to Gronsky to the middle. McKinnon a little long for the senior. And East Lyme will get the service back as McMunn goes behind the line. McMunn bounced up by Nunes. This is Gronsky. Gronsky over to Bonin, blocked at the net, picked back up again. Backwards to Bonin. Bonin, no.
Couldn't get that over.
Yep. Didn't know if she wanted to spike or she wanted to tip. And the indecision cost her, I think.
Well, the coach in me wants to compliment Shay McMunn. The day hasn't gone exactly how she wanted it, but you can't tell by her face. She is doing a great job out there rallying.
Gronsky to Bonin, and Bonin hits that one a little bit long. I think Bonin's enjoyed her time in the middle, but on the outside, she's been working on it a little bit.
Right.
So McMunn continues to serve. 3-1 lead for the Vikings. This one goes in. It's an ace for McMunn.
Blew that one past Batone. 4-1. At what point does Coach Batone take a timeout to try and break this rhythm?
Probably soon, I would suggest. McMunn back behind. And that's an ace. Soon? Maybe not.
There it is.
Timeout. Yep, there it was. So we knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. We'll take a timeout as well, with the score 5-1 in favor of the East Lyme Vikings.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. 5-1 in favor of the Vikings. They trail 2-1 to the Woodstock Academy Centaurs in sets. Set to go.
You know what's going on right now? NASA is using a rocket to blow up an asteroid.
DART. Supposed to hit it at about 7:30, right?
It's not a movie plot.
No.
We're seeing if it can really be done.
Not Armageddon, let's put it that way. There's another 8, and Gronsky saved it. Nunes got it over. Bell over to McMunn. This is Peroulis who gets the kill.
Put it down. Woodstock looks a little flustered.
I would agree with that. And it looked like that was going to be an ace for a moment, but Nunes did a nice job of just keeping it alive. Unfortunately, they were out of system, and Peroulis was able to put it where nobody was. 6-1. Been a long time back there for McMahon, and she gets another ace. That's her third ace in this run. 7-1.
Does Batone burn another timeout? His team looks a little flustered.
This one is pumped up in the air by Nunes to Gronsky. Over to Bonin. Bonin in on the kill. Well, maybe that can turn their fortunes a little bit.
And get the crowd back into it.
So McKinnon will go back to serve for the Centaurs. That was one of the longer service, in fact, may have been the longest service streak of 6 consecutive points, 7 consecutive points for the Vikings. And that one's going to be a service error. Maybe not. Right back into it. So back to the Vikes goes the serve. And it will be Williamson to serve for East Lyme. That one's bumped up in the air by Batone, backwards, put over by Desmond, saved by Williamson. This is McMunn, and Solo hit it deep in. No, went long. It was long.
It was definitely deep.
Yep.
The only
Vikings were celebrating, but nothing to celebrate on that one.
No. The only thing you could say was somebody touched it at the net, but that was deep.
So Cassidy Ladd comes on for the Centaurs. Serving at 8-3. East Lyme gets this one over. Saved there by the Vikings. In the middle, Gronsky to Bonin, and Bonin with the kill. Nice kill by Morgan Bonin.
What were you saying about Bonin at the net?
In the middle, she's been dangerous. Outside, she doesn't look comfortable. Middle, she looks happy. Ladd back to serve. Only 4 points separate the two. And another error. That is where, remember what Adam Batone said in the pregame?
Right.
Consistency.
Yep.
Sometimes lack thereof, and that's what right now the Centaurs are battling. A little bit of consistency. Place behind the service net, Batone. Gronsky outside, Reynolds has to bump it over. Solo. McMunn into the middle, Vaglio saved by Nunes. Gronsky to the outside, Reynolds.
Never went over.
Into the net. (10-4) East Lyme. And that's an error.
That's helpful.
Didn't hurt. It's still within reach here at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
You're only 5 down.
Yeah.
You can change momentum quickly.
Especially with the quality servers that Woodstock's got coming up.
Sorrentino back to serve for the Centaurs. And that's an error.
Was that on me? Did I curse us on that one?
I think you might have on
Fair
that
enough.
one.
I'll take that one. That was me.
That was yours. So Lapham back for East Lyme. Gets it over. And Gronsky cannot. That was Nunes into the net. Gronsky tried to save it and just could not.
Nunes been able to return service all night long. That one just got the best of her.
7-point lead for the Vikings. This is Nunes to Gronsky. Over to Batone, and the kill for Liliana Batone. Back to 6.
And Batone put that one right down the line. Bell got a touch, but not much else.
Reynolds back to serve for the Centaurs. This one gets over. Bell to McMunn, and fight at the net, and McKinnon won the battle.
McKinnon at the net. They had a joust, and McKinnon gets the best of it.
Yep. This is where the Centaurs, if they're going to get back into this one, really have to
chip away.
Do it now. Reynolds, Bell was backpedaling and got to it. McMunn, solo on the tip and the kill. Centaurs just can't get that rally together in this set.
Right. They're not stringing together 2, 3, 4, 5 services in a row.
So Nagel will go back to serve for the Vikings. Nagel gets it over. Bonin tips it up. Over on the other side, and that will be an illegal contact on the side of the Centaurs. 14-7. Nagel again. Bumped. Bonin. Kill. Paroulis.
And you were saying about momentum?
Yep. Bonin. Oh, that was a tough one too, but McKinnon is able to get it over the net. McMunn outside. Paroulis back into off the rafters. Gronsky brings it back down. Hit back. Bell in the back row. Back set. And Vaglio got it over. Nice save out there by Ladd into the middle. That was blocked by Vaglio for the point.
Another timeout for Woodstock.
16-7. We'll take a timeout as well. Take a short one here as the Centaurs trail the Vikings.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
So we have a 16-7 game here in favor of the Vikings, 2-1 in favor of the Centaurs.
So if the Vikings are able to hold on, they'll play a 5th set, and that one will be to 15.
Correct, and you got to win by 2.
Correct.
So that's what we'll see if we get to. This will also be a test of our system, because from what I understand it only goes 2.5 hours on the system. So whether or not the
we've
huddle,
been up for a little while.
Yeah, whether or not the huddle camera continues, we'll have to find out. I guess there'll be another experiment, as the saying goes. So back to serve again is Nagel. And Nagel's service. Nunes. Gronsky. That's Batone who tips it over.
Absolutely smart play by Batone, putting it where there was a hole in the East Lyme defense. They thought she was going to go absolutely drill that ball. Nope. She just put it where they weren't.
So Gronsky will go back to serve for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Gronsky gets it in. Lapham to McMunn. And blocked at the net, but blocked out by Desmond. So Paroulis gets the kill.
And saved the equipment on that one.
Yeah, very nice job, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith reached out and saved our audio board. Service by Bell. That's an ace. Went off the side of Batone's hands.
And if you're East Lyme, that's who you want back there.
18-8 lead for the Vikings. Bell, a little short one. Nunes. This is Batone. Back row, Lapham. Gets it in to McMunn. Bell sends it to the back. Nunes over the other side. That was Batone on it. Tipped up by McMunn, and then Paroulis on the kill.
And Woodstock's block, which has been doing a good job up until this point, was not able to put that one back.
19-8 in favor of the Vikings.
So has the momentum swung all the way back to East Lyme?
I think it might have. This is Desmond who got it over to Batone. And McMunn to Paroulis. And that one is going to be a kill for Paroulis. So they only need 5 points to even things up. And with Bell in the back serving, that's a tough one. Bell's service, that might be long. She tossed that one so high.
Right.
I think she kind of overestimated it.
She wanted to do something special with that one.
Yep. 20-9 in favor of the Vikings. It'll be Patone serving for Woodstock Academy. You can't get them all back at once, but you try to. McMunn to Perulis, and Perulis got the kill. No, it went out. Nope.
No, that was a touch.
That was a touch. It did. Yep.
That was a touch.
So it does go over to the Vikings,
I heard
to
the
the
touch.
Centaurs.
I got a headset on. That was a touch.
Patone on the service and ace. Now you wonder if something like that can shake up the Vikings a little bit. Thinking that they had it.
If I'm Coach Biggs, they don't get this one. I'm thinking timeout.
Yeah, that one a little short one. Saved by Lapham, moving up on it. That was Gronsky to Nunes, and the back is Bonin.
That's on the line.
That should be on the line. No, they say it was out. It was out. So 21-11 Vikings. And it will be McMunn. Back behind. Nunes up into the rafters. Gronsky over to Bonin. Tipped up, and Bonin on the kill. (21-12).
I like this, that Woodstock is not going quietly.
And Nunes will get a chance to serve. I think this is the first time we've seen Nunes serve today. Nunes.
No, that's in.
Yes, it is.
100% in.
It's an ace. I waited on that one because guess what? That's not what was called last time.
Right.
That one looked to be in the same place as the last one was,
I
to
agree.
be honest. So Nunes on the service, timeout East Lyme. We'll keep it here for the time being on this one.
So Woodstock 21-13.
Yes.
It's a very difficult job. Not impossible, but very difficult. At this point, you're just going to serve 1 point at a time. That's all you can do. And the more you make East Lyme question at this point, the better it is for the probable fifth set.
Probable. I would say, yeah, probable at this point. I mean, if the Centaurs could put something together, it'd be nice.
It'd be nice. It'd get me back to my kitchen.
It would get you back to your kitchen, that's for sure.
There's some spaghetti and meatballs waiting for me.
I don't know what's waiting for me. Maybe the cat and the dog. Nunes set to serve again. Nunes got it over. Picked up there, back set, over the top, and a kill for the Vikings. Perulis over on the opposite side this time.
Patone got down and hard, but just couldn't pancake that. A pancake is when you put your hand flat on the floor like a pancake and let the ball hit your hand and pop
bounce it up. Williamson back to serve for the Vikings. Gets it up, Patone, Gronsky. This is Desmond, backwards, picked up by the Vikings. This is Bell. Over to Nunes, to Gronsky, to Bonin. Bonin on the kill. Well, they keep staying in it.
Right.
It'll be Ladd to serve now for the Centaurs. And again, we do apologize if this does stop. We'll try to reset it. It may only be the camera, though. I don't know if we can reset everything that we have here. This is kind of a unique territory for us. McMunn to place. This is in the back row, Patone into the middle, Bonin. Picked back up, and Bonin on the block, but it'll be a kill for Place as two of them went up, and Place won the battle.
That's called the joust at the net, and that time, Place got it.
23-14. Place now goes to serve. And the service, this is Bonin. Over to Gronsky. Backside, Reynolds into the net. Set point for the Vikings, leading by 10. And with the service. And Place gets it over. Batone dives for it. Gronsky into the middle. Bumped up there. Put by McMunn. Down by Solo. Over is Gronsky. There is Reynolds. And Reynolds hit it long.
Ooh, I thought that hit the line too.
No, I thought that one was a little bit long. And 25-14, East Lyme forces the fifth and decisive set here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. 5 sets. We said earlier, we probably are going to go 5 tonight. Just for some reason. And by the way, this is the 3rd time in a row that the Centaurs will have played 5 sets.
Right, absolutely.
Is that good or bad?
It's good in the short term. Long term, it might not be the best thing for you because, as we mentioned earlier, this is a very tough week for Woodstock with games Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You go 5 after having gone 5 the last 2, and let's say this one doesn't turn out like it should. You don't want to have 2 5-set losses back-to-back going into 2 tough opponents on Wednesday and Friday.
That makes sense to me. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse at Woodstock Academy.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Well, I guess you got some good news, Mr. Smith.
I did. NASA can blow up an asteroid in space.
Well, I don't know if it blew up the asteroid. It just tried to redirect.
And it did.
So it blew up the little ship that was going, not the asteroid.
No, the
little
ship crashed into the asteroid and knocked it off course.
Right, that's what they were trying to do.
And they were successful.
Okay. They said they would know if it hit it, but they don't know if it will knock it off course for several days.
So they didn't have to send Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck up there to do it.
With space shuttles.
Yeah.
That was insurance. And you know what? I told my students about that today. I said, you know the movie Armageddon. Everybody looked at me with blank stares.
No.
And I went, you don't know the movie Armageddon.
No. And that is the best really bad movie of all time. Because that movie's really bad.
It's really bad.
The premise is bad.
It keeps you interested.
The acting is bad.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not good. The special effects, I guess, are okay.
Yeah, but it is entertaining.
It is entertaining. It keeps you interested. I admit to that.
And now we did it for real.
Yeah, only thing we didn't have any bodies going up with it. Let's put it that way. So once again, we do hope we can keep everything going here. We're just not sure about, we've never tested the system to do this. So if it does, we will reset the camera somehow for you and hopefully keep you on. But we'll figure it out as we go along. We're hoping that it won't do anything bad.
This 5th set is to 15 points, have to win by 2.
Correct.
All the others are to 25. This one, because it is the 5th, is shorter. So every point in this set is more important.
So we're just about set to go. 2-2 the score between the Woodstock Academy Centaurs and the East Lyme Vikings.
And Woodstock won the toss and will serve.
And it will be Liliana Batone to serve first for the Centaurs. And we're underway. Set number 5. Will it be an ace? No. Bell got to it, and it goes over the net from McMunn. Batone on the other side. Gronsky looks for Bonin. Bonin sends it over. It falls in for the kill. 1-0 Woodstock Academy. And Batone set to go. No, there was the official was looking at something, almost jumped out in front. And then it'll be just a service error for the Centaurs.
1-1, and of course Bell goes back to serve for the Vikings.
Who else would you expect? Skylar Bell. This is Nunes to Gronsky. In the middle is McKinnon. On the tip, could not get there because Lapham got to it. Bell in the back. That was Batone in the back. Gronsky to Bonin. Bonin and the kill.
Yes. That might have been the softest kill in the history of volleyball, but that's a kill.
I call it effective.
Yep.
That's what I call that one. So Nunes will come back to serve for the Centaurs. (2-1) the score in favor of Woodstock Academy. Set number 5. Nunes gets this one over. From the back it was Nagel. It's knocked over by Place. Picked up there by Reynolds. Back to Gronsky. Gronsky sends it over. Lapham to McMunn. Into the middle. That's Place. Place sends it. Nice save by Gronsky. Tipped that down by Perulis. And we have a timeout.
And Perulis did a nice job absolutely peppering Gronsky. At first save was a great one. Second one, she just couldn't get back to her feet and return it.
So back to do the service will be McMunn for East Lyme. Sends it over. Batone. Gronsky. Back set. Desmond blocked by East Lyme. Perulis on the block. 3-2 Vikings. And another service for McMunn. And McMunn serves. Into the middle is Bonin, and Bonin got the tip, I think, at the net for the kill.
Yes, she did.
The block worked to the Centaurs' favor.
Ladd comes in for Desmond to serve.
Checking 1-2. Checking 1-2. Checking 1-2. Checking 1-2. Okay. We're not sure if you can hear us, but it's possible. Although probably not probable.
What a time to come back.
I know,
Holy
13-12.
cow.
I mean, we'll see. We've got some pictures up here. Whether or not they're working is another question.
And Bell is serving for East Lyme.
13-12. Bell serves. Bonin over to Batone. Back to Bonin. Picked up there by Lapham to McMunn. Over the top. That was almost a shot there by Place. Here comes Bonin with the kill. So Morgan Bonin makes it a 14-12 lead for Woodstock Academy. Set point here in the fifth and final set.
Coach Batone telling his team to breathe here.
I can understand why. That ball comes down, bounced up, and picked up by Batone. Sent to the back, Bell to McMunn, McMunn to Peroulis. Back in the set, there's Gronsky to Bonin, and Bonin hits it long.
Nope, that was long.
14-13.
And McMunn, who has done some good job behind the service line.
So we'll see what happens here, 14-13. As once again with the service comes McMunn. Gets it over from the back. Gronsky. And that was Desmond. Over to Bell. This is a tip by Lapham. And who went into the net? Lapham went into the net. That's it. Nice win for Woodstock Academy.
Not the way you want to see this one end.
No, but it's the way it did.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that for the Centaurs. A win for Woodstock Academy as they improve to 7-1. 1-1 here in the Eastern Connecticut Conference Division I.
Woodstock
Gonna
Academy
take a break.
fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.